Hi, Facebook family. Hello, hello. Hi. The glare is real on my glasses, so I'm going to keep my head down for a little bit because if I take off the glasses, I won't see a thing. But as you can tell from the title of this live feed, it's Get Your Shit Together. And I forgot to add in, for the life of me, please get your shit together. Now, my mission, that's another part of the title that you're like, huh? First of all, Michelle cursed? Yes, I cursed because it's that real. It's time that we have to get our things in place. Now, what am I talking about? What is my mission? What do I want to do? I'm going to keep this short and sweet and to the point. I'm not going to make these long videos, but I think I'm going to do a series of live videos talking about advanced care planning. What is advanced care planning? That is pretty much getting your shit together. In essence. Essentially what it is just you getting your affairs in order. In case of emergency, in case something really happens to you, we cannot plan tomorrow. We can't plan today. We can't plan minute by minute. So we have to get our things in order. And I'm not saying to the point that it needs to be death. Not to that extreme either, even though this is preparing for that. But in general, you guys know I'm going through a lot with my mom in the last year with her heart attack, which was August last year. We just celebrated 1 year, and by the grace of God, I'm still here. But through that experience, I am on a mission, and this is where the mission part comes in from the title. I'm on a mission to help people get their shit together. And I have to be that blunt and bold about it is because we have to make moves. We talk and talk and talk, including myself. We talk and talk and talk and then do nothing. We cannot afford to no longer do nothing. So my mom had her heart attack. She lives out of state. Me and my brother and my sister-in-law met down in Florida to be with her during this time. She was out in ICU, intubated in a medically induced coma for over a week. I didn't get to see her awake until a few months, maybe a month or so later, I went back down. So when I left Florida, she was still in that medically induced coma. During this time frame, my brother, my sister-in-law, and we had to sit in the house and try to figure things out. And that is one of the most horrible things you ever have to go through, to try to figure things out. You're going to talk about papers, bills, just to try to figure out, okay, I know bills have to get paid, cable bill, phone bill, mortgage, things have to get done. And we had no clue as to who to call, what to do, and what. So we had to go through all the mail in the house and try to figure some things out. And that's not a time that you really need to be doing that. You have enough stress going on in your life as you're going through whatever sickness it might be that your family member or your loved one is going through. So now to turn around and try to have to dig and figure out and guess and do these things, it's not an easy process. Again, like I said, the grace of God, my mom is alive. She's still healing and going through her process and has a lot going on, but she's here and she came back with her mental capacity. So she's able to take back on now, taking care of her bills and paying things and what she needs to do. But best believe, during this time frame, I learned so much in the sense of just making sure I had some basic things down. The second I got back to my mom, maybe a month later to Florida, I went by to see her and she was in the hospital, ironically, at that time. But at the hospital bed, me, my notebook, and pen, I wrote everything down. I mean, it was crazy. I was like, Mom, what's the name of the mortgage company? Do you have a 401k? Do you have a life insurance? We even went as far as death. What do you want to do if it came to that point? Do you want to be in Florida? Do you want to be buried up here in New York? Do you want to be cremated? We had to have this conversation. Now, ideally, I would not have wanted to have it in the hospital with her, but I kind of had no choice. At that point, she was out and went back in the hospital, and I didn't know what was going on, and everything was still fresh and new. So what these next series of live videos I'm going to do is to help us all kind of get an idea of some things that we can do for ourselves and for our family members to start having the conversations of, what do you want me to do, Mom or Dad or a grandpa or uncle or sister or brother? What do you want me to do in case something happened to you today? Where do I go? How do you want me to handle situations? Okay. And that's from health aspects as well as financial aspects. Okay. So we're going to talk about some things. You know, one fact I can tell you, which was like an amazing thing to me, I was not joint, what was that? I was named beneficiary on my mom's bank account. That is not enough. If you need to pay bills for somebody while they're in the hospital, you cannot get access to their account as beneficiary. Beneficiary is about when someone passes away. My mom hadn't died yet, and she's still here and has not died yet, thank Lord. So I had no access into that bank account to pay any bills. Grace of God, we found the debit card and was able to figure out the password and pay her bills online. But come on, some things you can't necessarily do that. You need access to the account. So now I've gone down in person with her and we have gone to the bank and I'm now joint on her account. So I learned that the interesting way. Just being beneficiary, listed as beneficiary is not enough. It's grateful and helpful if the person passes. Okay, you have access at that point to the account. But if they're alive and just temporarily out for the count, again, my mother was sedated for over a week in the ICU in a medically induced coma. What the hell was I going to do? What the hell was I going to do? We had to think quick and get it done. And I thank God, you know, it wasn't me by myself. At least I had my brother and my sister-in-law there with me for the time that they could be there with me. But there's some of us who are doing this by ourselves. Maybe you're only child. Maybe you're the only child that's involved in your parents' care or in your family members' care. So, you know, I'm not saying it's easy. It's not an easy process. But again, if I can help someone learn from what I went through, then I'm going to do that. So this is my mission. My mission to you all is to help you get your shit together. Yes. Shit. Yes. I cursed. It is what it is because it's that serious and it's that real. We don't have time to sugarcoat crap. We got to get our shit together. And it's for the benefit of our families that we do this and prepare. You can be 20. You can be 70. I don't care, and everybody in between. It has to be done for all of us. So that's video 1. Let's see what I come up with for tomorrow. I have to organize all this now because it's just a thought for me to just, you know what, I'm tired. We got to get our stuff together. We got to get our shit together. And yeah, Mike, for real life, it is what it is. We got to get our shit together, okay? Oh, Alma, you spoke to your parents? Good. And they didn't want to talk about it. You know what, Alma? That is a common issue in a lot of homes, whether it be culturally related or just in general. No one wants to talk about death. And don't get me wrong, I'm not the best person to talk about death either. I can't deal with death. As a nurse, I deal with you alive and you're alive. When they pass, I don't do good when they pass. But it is a real conversation to have. You know, maybe you need someone to step in and be the mediator. Maybe they don't want to talk to you about it, but they'll speak to somebody else about it. I'll help you if you need me to talk to mom and dad. That's fine. I'll talk to them. Sometimes they'll be willing to talk to me because I'm not you, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So if you need someone to talk to your parents for you or have that conversation for you, I'll do that. I don't care. Anything to help us get our shit together, I'm willing to help you do. So just reach out to me, Alma, if you need to. Reach out to me. But it is a hard conversation to have, be it culturally or just in general. To speak about death is not the most exciting thing to speak about. You don't want to talk about that. Who wants to talk about your family member passing? That's a horrible experience to go to. I hate funerals. But at the same time, maybe you can even approach it not from a death standpoint, but approach it from a anything can happen to you standpoint. Maybe you're hospitalized for a month. You're hospitalized for a month and your bill still got to get paid. Uncle Sam don't care. The rent don't care. The mortgage company doesn't care. Things still have to get paid. So you can be out for the count for a month in a nursing home or something like that. Maybe to the point that maybe your memory's a little bit gone. You know, I had a family member like that. My husband's aunt was that same way. Thank God, again, she bounced back great, and she's back to where she was before she was in the hospital last year. But, I mean, no one's guaranteed that. And even so, she was out of the house for at least 6 months in rehabs. So what was going to happen during that time? Rent had to get paid, bills had to get paid, things had to get paid, right? So we had to figure these things out. So, again, my mission for you guys in the end of 2017 and going into 16 is to help you in any way that I can. Inbox me. I don't care. We'll talk about it. I want to help you get your shit together. Get it together. Do you hear me? Together. You see that face? That mother face? Yeah, that's the mother face. Get your shit together. All right, guys. Have a blessed day. Bye.